There's a Roth conversion strategy that lets an ordinary earner move $200,000 or more into a completely tax-free retirement account at a fraction of the normal tax cost, completely legally. Your advisor knows this move exists. The IRS literally wrote it into the tax code. And nobody, not your school, not your HR department, not your financial planner, ever walked you through the door. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how it works. But first, why does this matter so much? Most people think a Roth IRA is just a retirement account where you pay taxes now and skip them later. That part's right. But here's what they never tell you. There's no rule that says you have to earn your way in through contributions alone. You can convert money you already saved, pre-tax dollars sitting in a traditional IRA or 401k, directly into a Roth. And with the right timing, you can do it at a tax rate so low it almost doesn't feel real. The problem is most people are earning too much during their working years to think about this. The conversion triggers taxable income. If you're pulling in $90,000, $120,000, converting a large chunk feels painful. So they wait. And waiting is exactly what costs them, because there's a window, and the people who quietly build real wealth know exactly where it opens. It's called a strategic Roth conversion ladder, and it targets something tax professionals call your low-income gap years. That's the period between when you stop working and when the government forces you to start pulling money out of your retirement accounts. For most people, that window sits somewhere between 59 and 73. Your salary is gone. Your Social Security hasn't started. Your taxable income is artificially low. That is the moment you move. Here's how the math actually works. Say you're 62, retired. You have $600,000 sitting in a traditional IRA. Your taxable income that year is roughly $20,000. The 12% federal bracket for a single filer runs to about $47,000. That means you have $27,000 of open space in that bracket before you hit the next tier. So you convert $27,000 from the traditional IRA into a Roth. You pay 12%, that's $3,240. Do that every year for 5 years. You've moved $135,000 into a Roth and paid roughly $16,000 total to do it. Now that $135,000 grows to $400,000 over the next 2 decades, you owe nothing on that gain. Zero. The IRS gets nothing. And this isn't even the best part. The people executing this aren't retired school teachers who stumbled onto a Reddit post. They're business owners, early retirees, people who design their income deliberately to create that gap. Some convert $50,000, $80,000 a year during the window. They sit down with a CPA every November, model the exact bracket headroom, and make the conversion with surgical precision. It is not luck. It is a planned architecture of wealth. And the reason your advisor never brought this up, there's no commission on a Roth conversion, no product to sell. So the conversation never starts. Now here's the caveat, and this matters. The conversion is taxable in the year you execute it. Convert too much and you accidentally spike your income. That can trigger higher Medicare premiums through something called IRMAA or push you into the next bracket entirely. The IRS actually wants you to do this. They're collecting taxes now instead of later, so they haven't hidden it. They just haven't advertised it. That's supposed to be your accountant's job. That $200,000 number from the top of this video, that's not a fantasy figure. That's 5 years of discipline, bracket-aware conversions during a window most people don't even know to look for. And the growth that follows, that's yours, completely tax-free, forever. The mechanics are straightforward. The timing is everything. Done right, this is not a loophole. It's a legal, IRS-sanctioned method for permanently moving wealth from the taxable world into the tax-free one. The wealthy don't stumble onto this strategy. They engineer for it a decade in advance. So here's what should be sitting with you right now. Do you know what your income looks like in the years between when you stop working and when the government forces your hand? If you don't have that number mapped out, you are almost certainly leaving 6 figures behind. There's a related move that goes even further. It involves your 401k, an obscure IRS provision called net unrealized appreciation, and a capital gains rate on employer stock that most earners will never see applied to their portfolio in their lifetime. That's the next file.